Welcome everyone to my channel. So I would like to go with you today through my setup and referring to what I'm doing with Simhub. I actually have two motors at my pedals, one at the throttle and the other one at the brake. And I also have two bus shakers, one at the front and one at the back. I would like to show you how I have set them up, and then first of all look into the output setup that I did for the pedals, and then go over to the effects, and then you can actually see live how the effects are behaving. So first of all, I have my channel 1, I have my channel 2. So channel 1 is actually the brake and channel 2 is the throttle. And you see that RPMs I have on for the throttle. I do have traction loss on, wheels lock on the brake, and wheel slip on the throttle. At the end of the day, traction loss I'm not using. I'm not quite sure why this is on. I can set it off, but I will be using the wheels lock and wheel slip, and I can actually demonstrate you how they actually work. First of all, RPMs is pretty simple. It's just a steep curve, so you know when you have to shift. And this is actually what I can demonstrate now. I actually accelerate, but nothing is happening. As soon as I hit the highest amount, I actually can feel the vibration. And actually I've increased this now a bit. So if I'm driving now, I feel when I have to shift. So it's actually for me a feedback directly that I have to shift. And it actually allows me to have not just a visual feedback when I'm looking on my wheel because I have red lights, but I also can get the feedback when I'm actually accelerating. So for the next two things, I'm actually now setting TC and ABS to 0. So if I'm setting both to 0, I can actually demonstrate how ABS kicks in and traction control. So these are the effects that I have here for wheels lock and wheel slip. So it works like that, the wheels lock, it actually is there to, whenever I'm accelerating, I'm driving, and you have the situation that your tires are locking, you will actually get a feedback that it's currently happening. And you see that I have a wheels lock, and I actually also have a wheels slip. So the lock at the end of the day gives me clear feedback that tires are locking. If I put now ABS now to 5, you will actually see that this is not really happening, because ABS actually makes sure that this doesn't happen. So the wheels are not locking, right? But they can slip, and what I actually have done with the slip is I have two different type of curves. So wheels lock, you see that it actually starts very much at the end, and then it steeply increases, because I want to get the effect then at the end of the day when they're locking, for sure. For slip, I want to feel it earlier when my tires are slipping. That's the reason why I'm setting now TC to 0. And I want to feel in the corner when I'm losing control of my car, so I actually can counter steer. And that's what's happening. So even with TC0, Ferrari will be absolutely controllable. And I feel now when it's slipping, so I can release a bit acceleration, making sure that the car is not destabilized, and I actually know how to correct my driving behavior. To then make sure that there is no issue while driving, and I actually control by my acceleration and brake, my pedals. I can actually feel what's going on and what I have to make sure I maybe need to correct when driving to not make mistakes. Then I actually have bus shakers. I can show you how that looks like. I do have a USB sound card connected, a pretty cheap one, Amazon for $10 or something. I do have my front and I do have my rear. These are just pretty big bar shakers, and the one under my rear is directly under my seat, and front is under my pedals, which is actually give me some spatial effects. So first of all, I mean, gear shift is pretty obvious. I'm shifting and I'm feeling the shifting. This is an immersive effect at the end of the day. I guess I can make it a little bit harder. Well, that's good. It feels good. It feels like you're shifting, which is a cool feeling. The other simple one is RPM. So while I'm now idling, I can actually feel the engine vibration, which is, you know, quite a good feeling. It gives you immersion, especially in VR. It really feels like you're sitting in a car, which is great, even without motion. And then the other effects are also just for the purpose of immersion, but as well you can feel a little bit if a car is actually desettling, right? So I can feel when I'm on the green. So you see this, I feel that I'm on the green, and because I'm feeling that I'm on the green, I also rather can better predict that my tire is right now on the green and I have to do something. And I also better can experience what different types of surface feels like. So all of these areas that you see here, most of them have this type of effects, so that actually gives you that extra of immersion, and it also gives you that extra of feedback beside the wheel that is actually also giving you feedbacks where you currently are. And this is not just a nice effect, but it really helps in terms of when you hit a little bit of green, and then you can anticipate that your rear gets unstable and you need to maybe counter steer, you need to brake or something like that. These are my settings now for Assetto Corsa Competizione. There will be also an additional video coming later, which is then looking on iRacing particularly. The effects are behaving a little bit different, but that's what I wanted to show. And I hope you liked the video. Just drop me a follow, and see you soon.